Narad Muni says, the learned people, they have concluded that the best remedial measure is to get rid of the cycle of birth and death is to offer all our activities to the Lord. We should offer whatever we are doing, we should offer those activities to the Lord. So in simple words, this is Karma Yoga. So we have studied this in Bhagavad Gita also. So the best remedy for removing all the miseries in our life, the three tap, is that we have to offer all our activities, all our actions to the Lord. So this is what is Karma Yoga, what we have studied in Bhagavad Gita. So now Karma Yoga is discussed in detail in these 4 shlokas, 33, 34, 35, 36. Okay. So before we start the shloka, I would like to ask everyone, do you want to offer all your actions to the Lord? Do you have this desire in you? That whatever I do, yad karoshi yadashnasi, yad juhoshi dadasi yad. Whatever I do, whatever I eat, whatever I give, whatever tapasya I do, everything I want to offer to Lord. Do you have this feeling in you?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, there is Mataji is there. But thing is, the implementation in practical life is so difficult. Yes, because we have not practiced it regularly previous days. So it is little bit risk.
It
So
is a
anyhow,
little bit difficult.
difficult for us. Whereas after hearing these classes, so mentally we are already prepared, Mataji. To that extent, we are prepared.
Haribol, very nice, very beautiful, Prabhu. But you will see when we will read these shlokas and when we will discuss this, you will see they are not so difficult. It looks like that they are difficult. Actually, this is the easiest way. Karma Yoga, if you remember, on the yoga ladder, Karma Yoga is the number 1, the lowest yoga. Because everyone does not have the qualification to renounce the world. Everybody cannot do that. But karma, everyone is doing. Whatever is my capacity, your capacity, everyone's capacity, we are doing action. So the best way is, let whatever we are doing, let it offer for Krishna. Let we do it for the pleasure of Krishna. This is Karma Yoga. It is very simple. So we should not think that it is difficult and we practically cannot do. This is the only one thing which we can do practically in Grihastha. Practically, this is what we can do in our daily life. So we should listen carefully these 4 shlokas and we will do the discussion. And then you take away some points that how we can apply this in our life. And I'm sure at the end of the class, you will say, Mataji, yes, it is easy. Okay. So let's start 1.5.33. Amayo yascha bhutanam. You can recite after me. You can unmute yourself. Amayo yascha bhutanam.
Amayo yascha bhutanam.
Jayate yena suvrata.
Jayate yena surata.
Tadeva hyamayam dravyam.
Tadeva hyamayam dravyam.
Na punati chikitsitam.
Na punati chikisitam.
Haribol, who would like to recite the shloka?
May I, Mataji?
Okay, Shamuga Priya Mataji, you will do.
Yes, Mataji. Amayo yascha bhutanam. Jayate yena shubrata. Tatyeva hi amayam dravyam. Na punadi sigistitam.
Haribol. So it has Hari Krishna. Dhanashri Mataji, can you read the translation?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Ji.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O good soul, does not a thing applied therapeutically cure a disease which was caused by that very same thing?
This is a wonderful line. This is a wonderful line, wonderful translation. Narad Muni is telling to Vyasadeva ji, does not a thing, it's a question, does not a thing which is applied therapeutically cure a disease which was caused by that very same thing? That means something caused you a disease, a problem. Okay? You ate something and then you had stomach, you had upset stomach. Okay? Now to cure the upset stomach, the same thing you are taking again, but therapeutically, okay, with therapy. Okay. So can you remember any example like this? Because Prabhupada has been giving this example in many of his purports.
Yeah, when milk is not good for us, but the curd is good for us.
Yes.
Something like that.
If
Yeah.
someone is drinking milk, right? We take milk every day, but sometimes our stomach gets upset due to the intake of milk. Now, when the stomach is upset, we stop taking milk. But then to cure the upset stomach, we take yogurt, right? Or buttermilk, chach, which is again another byproduct of milk that is made by milk only. So now what is happening, that yogurt we are taking as a therapy. So the same milk caused us upset stomach, but the same milk now we are using in a therapy form, in a different form, to cure it. So if you apply this to karma, you will understand karma is the cause of bandhan, right? It is due to karma that we are in this world. We are in the cycle of birth and death. So basically, it is said everywhere, karma bandhan, the fruitive bondage, right? So the fruitive activities are responsible for the bondage. But when we use them as therapy, they will be the cure of this bondage. They will help us in getting liberated from this bondage. Do you understand this shloka? Is the connection clear? That
Yes.
why Narad Muni is saying this? That karma is the reason of your being in this world. But now the same karmas, when you will use therapeutically, will be the cause of your liberation as well. Okay. So now let's read the purport. They are beautiful purport, and we will read this. Who will read this? Who wants to read? Divya Mataji.
Hare Krishna
Yes,
Mataji,
please
may
go
I
ahead.
read?
Okay, but Prabhu, Divya Mataji has raised the hand. Let him read. Let her read. You can read the next one.
Hare Krishna
Okay.
Mataji.
Yes.
But by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. An expert physician treats his patient with a therapeutic diet. For example, milk preparation sometimes causes disorder of the bowels, but the very same milk converted into curd and mixed with some other remedial ingredients cures such disorders. Similarly, the threefold miseries of material existence cannot be mitigated simply by material activities. Such activities have to be spiritualized. Just as by fire iron is made red hot, and thereby the action of fire begins. Similarly, the material conception of a thing is at once changed as soon as it is put into the service of the Lord. That is the secret of spiritual success. We should not try to lord it over the material nature, nor should we reject material things. The best way to make the best use of a bad bargain is to use everything in relation with the Supreme Spiritual Being. Everything is an emanation from the Supreme Spirit, and by his inconceivable power, he can convert spirit into matter and matter into spirit. Therefore, a material thing, so called, is at once turned into a spiritual force by the great will of the Lord. The necessary condition for such a change is to employ so called matter in the service of the spirit. That is the way to treat our material disease and even elevate ourselves to the spiritual plane where there is no misery, no lamentation, no fear. When everything is thus employed in the service of the Lord, we can experience that there is nothing except the Supreme Brahman. The Vedic mantra that everything is Brahman is thus realized by us. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Thank you. So I have highlighted, just like we discussed the example of milk and curd, similarly, the threefold miseries of material existence cannot be mitigated by the material activities. The threefold miseries of material existence. What are the threefold miseries of material existence? Three tap. Anybody remembers?
आध्यात्मिक, आदि भौतिक, आदि दैविक.
Very good. These three, the adibhautik, adidevik, adhyatmik, like any misery, it starts from here. It can be due to adidevik reason, adibhautik reason, or adhyatmic reason. Now, while we are in this material world, we will be subjected to these miseries, right? But these miseries cannot be mitigated by the material activities. Why? Because they are caused by material activities. Okay. So what we have to do, such activities have to be spiritualized. Spiritualized is a magic word which Prabhupada ji has given us. And how we have to understand this spiritualized? It is not spiritual, right? Prabhupada has not used the word spiritual. Prabhupada has used the word spiritualize. Like We have to make these activities spiritual. How? Then he gives an example. Just as by the fire, iron is made red hot, and thereby the action of fire begins. Okay? If we put an iron rod in the fire, it will become red hot, right? Because it is being, the iron, it does not have this property, but in association of the fire, it gets the property of fire, right? Similarly, our material activities are not spiritual, they are material activities. But by offering them to Krishna, by putting them in the service of Krishna, we can spiritualize our activities. Okay, you have to remember now this concept. What Krishnamurti Prabhu said, it is difficult to apply. Now, what you do, morning you get up, every activity what you are doing, even taking bath. Can you spiritualize taking bath? Do you think you can spiritualize the activity of taking bath? If yes, how can? Who will reply?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
By
Krishna.
by chanting Gange cha Yamune cha, that shloka, and then saying Krishnarpanamastu each when we put each water on our body.
You have made a good attempt, Mataji, but Gange to Yamune Chaiv is a ritual. We are doing a ritual. We are doing for the pleasure of Krishna. We are taking bath for the pleasure of Krishna. How? How we can do it for the pleasure of Krishna? We are taking bath, and why Krishna will be happy?
Hare Krishna Mataji, by reciting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
Okay. It is still closer. Yes, very good.
Hare Krishna Mataji, by thinking that we are getting ourselves clean to prepare bhoga or to do Mangalarti and to serve Krishna, I'm cleaning myself, I'm taking bath, like that we are thinking and going for bath, Mataji.
Hare Bol, Mataji. Yes. So step by step, you have reached near to the answer. This is the correct answer, that if we are taking exactly what we have to understand as per Bhakti Yoga concept, that I am taking bath for because I have to get ready for Mangalarti. Then I have to prepare bhoga. I have to do chanting. So don't think that I am taking bath because I want to clean myself. No. I is finished. Nothing is for me. I am doing this activity because I want to do something in the service of Krishna, whether it is to attend Mangal Aarti, whether it is to do chanting, whether it is to prepare bhoga, whether it is to prepare, making Krishna ready. So anything, if we think like this, our activity of taking bath will be spiritualized. So morning when you get up, whatever activity you are doing, you have to think how I can spiritualize this activity. Now let's take some other example. How we can spiritualize our activity of eating. The most common activity what we do in the day is eating, right? How we can spiritualize our activity of eating?
By offering it to the Lord.
Offering it to the Lord and then eating as prasad.
Wonderful, very nice. This is the easiest thing we can do. Nothing difficult in this. Whatever you want to cook, whatever you want to prepare, you have to think that it's not for myself, it is for the pleasure of Krishna. It's not for my sense gratification. I am preparing it as a bhoga or Krishna. Okay, Krishna likes to eat it. And then you have to accept it as the prasadam of Krishna. So this way your eating activity is spiritualized. Okay. Now let's take another activity. Any other activity which you are doing a lot in the day? Give me some example.
Cleaning the house, household chores.
Cleaning the house. Okay, cleaning the house. How you can spiritualize cleaning the house?
Well, we can think that this is the house belongs to Krishna and we are keeping it clean for him.
Yes, this is very good idea. Anything else anybody would like to add in this one? How to spiritualize this idea of cleaning? You can invite a couple of devotees in your home. That today I'm going to invite some devotees for the prasadam, or you are going to invite some devotees and you are going to do chanting together. You are going to read Gita together. So this is that your house, you are not cleaning for your sense gratification. You are cleaning because this is going to be used in the service of Krishna, in the service of his devotees. So some things where we can use in the service of devotees, because devotees are more gross. We can see them. Krishna, still we are not that advanced. So if we want to do service with our hand, you can always go through devotees, then reach to Krishna. So you can think how I can use my home, my prasadam, whatever I am cooking, and the all the facilities which I have at my home. Similarly, you may have a transportation, a scooter, two-wheeler, or a car. How we can spiritualize that? You can use it in the service of devotees. Okay, you want to take prasadam from one place to another place? I will do that. You want me to drop to temple? I will drop you to the temple. So this way, everything we can spiritualize, every activity. If we use this formula, nothing is difficult. Now, again, I will give one example, which all of us are using a lot. The phone, right? Phone has become indispensable nowadays. We all are using phone too much. How we can spiritualize the phone? Now it is difficult to say that keep your phone aside. We all are so used to a phone. We are all used to a iPad, laptops, internet. How we can spiritualize this activity?
Well, listening to lectures of Prabhupada and
Right now.
Yes, wonderful. Both the examples are wonderful. By listening to the lectures of Prabhupada, by attending classes, by sending Krishna conscious messages to the people, instead of sending that good morning, good night messages, which have no meaning, send Krishna conscious message in your family groups, in your friend groups. Tell something good when the Vaishnav Tithis come. Inform them about the Vaishnav Tithis, the importance of Vaishnav Tithis. So this is how we can spiritualize our phone. This way, now this formula you can apply to anything what you are doing in your day, right? Next, we will read the next line. The material conception of a thing is at once changed as soon as it is put into the service of the Lord. That is the secret of spiritual success. This simple formula and such an effective formula nobody could have given to us except Srila Prabhupada. Whatever you are doing, whatever you are using, keep on doing. Just change the nature of that product. How? By using it in the service of the Lord. And we just discussed few examples how we can use all our activities in the service of the Lord and change the nature of those activities from material to spiritual. This is how we can spiritualize all our activities. And this is the secret of spiritual success. That means by being in the same place where you are, by doing the same thing what you were doing before, only by changing the nature of your activities, your consciousness, you are now living spiritual life instead of material life. Is this clear? And does this make sense?
Yes, Mataji.
yes, Mataji.
Hari bol. And then next line is also very interesting. We shouldn't try to lord it over the material nature, nor we should reject material things. First line we have read so many times, don't try to lord it over the material nature, don't try to be proprietor. But then Prabhupada says, nor should we reject material things. Why? Can anybody tell why? Why we should not reject material things? Why you should not reject your house? Why you should not reject your phone? Why you should not reject your car? Why?
Yeah. Hare
This
Krishna
also
Mataji,
the
as because
Lord's
we were
will.
using
Yes, Prabhu, please.
everything is using for the satisfaction of Sri Krishna, then we are not supposed to reject the material things.
Very good. Because it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to Krishna. When it doesn't belong to you, can you reject it? Can you leave it? For example, today you say, oh, now I am going to leave Taj Mahal. How you can leave Taj Mahal? Taj Mahal never belonged to you, right? It is not your property. And you tell everybody, oh, I have left Taj Mahal. I have renounced Taj Mahal. I am such a big renouncer. How can you renounce anything which is not yours? These material things are not ours. Isha ये सब किसकी है? भगवान की है, कृष्णा की है. So how we can leave? That is a false illusion. That's an illusion, a false ego that I'm leaving all the things, I'm renouncing all the things. So we should not renounce anything, we should not reject any material thing. As Prabhu said, we should use it in the service of the Lord. This is how we can utilize everything in the service of the Lord. Prabhupada did the same thing. When Prabhupada went to West, he had to do preaching. He had to establish temples, right? And when he came back to India, Juhu temple, Vrindavan temple, Mayapur temple, he was accepting every possible resource from every person, because this way he said that we are using everything in the service of Krishna. We are spiritualizing their money. We are spiritualizing their resources. They are being put to bhakti, right? These people are getting sukriti and they are being used in the service of Krishna. Similarly, job. We all are doing job, right? Prabhujis must be doing job. Some Matajis must also be doing job. And maybe our family situation is like this, that we cannot leave the job. Then how we can spiritualize our job? What we can do so that our job is spiritualized?
By donating some part of the benefits we are getting from the job.
Yes, very good, Mataji. Always think that this job, what I am doing, how I got it, due to my capability, right? Due to my skills, due to my experience. But who gave you this capability, these skills, this experience? Krishna. So whatever I am earning, he is the only cause. If he would not have given me this skill, he would not have given me this capability, I would not have been able to earn money. And when he is the source of giving all these things, actually 100% should be utilized in his service. But okay, 100% we cannot because we have some other responsibilities also. So Rup Goswami says at least 25% we should utilize in the Krishna consciousness. Even if we cannot do 25%, Prabhupada has made it more easier. He says, okay, 5%. At least 5% monthly you should use in the Krishna consciousness, in the purposes of Krishna consciousness. So every one of you, whatever is your salary, whatever is your income, you decide on your own what is comfortable for you. 1%, 1.5%, 0.5%, 2%, 5%, whatever you can give comfortably, whatever you can do from your heart, you should fix that amount that every month I have to do this service. Discipline is very important. It's not that this month I will do more, this month I will do less, this month no problem, I didn't do anything. Keep a set amount that this is the Lakshmi I am going to use in the service of Krishna. This is how we can spiritualize our jobs as well. And whatever job I am doing for the pleasure of Krishna. Okay? So Prabhupada says this is the best way to make the best use of a bad bargain. Bad bargain is that we are in the material world. We should have been in the spiritual world. But we are in the material world. But at least now when we have come in the material world, which is not a place for us, let's do the best what we can do. So spiritualize everything, all your activities, all your resources, all your possession, use it in the service of Krishna. And then another very important, you may ask, Mataji, how come? Like if I use my car in the service of devotees or in the service of Krishna, how it will be spiritualized? It looks the same. It has same color. It has same body. It is same Toyota or maybe Maruti or maybe Suzuki or Tata. Same. How you say it is spiritualized? Krishna has a inconceivable power where he can convert spirit into matter and matter into spirit just by his eyes, by his touch, by being there. So because you think about this thing that I'm going to utilize this product, this possession, this item, this thing in the service of Krishna, Krishna immediately changes into spiritual. That is Krishna's inconceivable power. It doesn't happen due to our power. It happens because we have a desire and Krishna accepted that desire, and Krishna with his inconceivable power changes every material thing into spiritual thing. So now you see the secret. The secret is because you desired and Krishna arranged it. Krishna arranged it. He changed the nature of that material object into spiritual object. That particular object, that particular activity is spiritualized. And now what you are doing is a spiritual activity. So this is a very beautiful principle, a very sublime principle, which Prabhupada ji has taught us in such simple words and such simple way. So we all should follow this. And whatever you are doing in your day, whatever you have in your home, all your possession, from now on, you decide that everything will be spiritualized. Is it okay for everyone?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes,
Hari Bol.
Mataji.
Yes,
Hari
Okay.
Mataji.
Now the last line, the Vedic mantra that everything is Brahman is thus realized by us. So this is a Vedic mantra, everything is Brahman. But it is so easy to realize this. How? Just by spiritualizing our activities, spiritualizing our possessions, spiritualizing our resources. Okay? So can we
Hare
go to
Krishna,
the next
Mataji.
shloka? Yes, Mataji.
In Bhagavad Gita, we say, no, Mataji, Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavi, Brahmagno, Brahmanautam. So everything is Brahman. Like
Everything
that.
is Brahman, correct. Yes,
Yes.
everything is Brahman. Like
Yes,
whatever
Mataji.
you
Hare
are
Krishna,
doing
Mataji.
is Hare Krishna.
Sorry for disturbing. Mataji, you told 5% we can use for Krishna.
Ji.
Can any charity can be counted as this for Krishna, or only it is for ISKCON or for Krishna consciousness? That is what is used is considered as used for Krishna.
Not all the charities are Krishna conscious. Only what we are using for Krishna conscious purposes, that is considered as spiritualized, right? Now, Krishna consciousness does not mean only ISKCON. You can use it in the service of Krishna. Go to Guruvayu temple, go to Vitthal temple, go to Vrindavan, go to Ayodhya, go to Rameshwaram. That is also Krishna consciousness. Okay?
That means even if you put whatever in the hundi also is charity? No.
In the temple?
Yes, in the temple.
In the temple, what you give in the service, because we give with the bhava that it is in the service of the Lord. So that's, yes, it is a charity. But the better thing is to do charity where you see some results. For example, I'm not saying result. For example, you want to give food. Okay. Now many people, they say, okay, we want to give food to poor people. That is charity. But we don't know what type of food we are giving and what type of people they have. But people they are. But when we give prasadam, we cook the prasadam, we offer it to the Krishna, and then we give it to them. Then what we are doing, we are giving them Krishna consciousness. You never know when the things will click and this will change. Prasadam has big potency. It will change the consciousness of other person. It is said that biggest welfare in this world is to give Krishna consciousness to someone.
Right, I accept
Charity
it.
means?
But the best thing in that way is Annadanam in the Krishna temple or any temple. Will it be
Yes.
Krishna conscious?
Yes, Krishna temple,
Any temple I'm asking.
any Vishnu temple, and to give it to devotees also. That is also fine.
Okay, devotee, just like a donation, huh? You mean to
Yes.
say?
Seva. We don't say donation, we say service.
So right, but
Okay.
whatever it is, you use it for your needs or whatever it is. We give some money or something like that. That is like that. Is it like that? Will they
Again,
not
Prabhu,
mistake it?
Prabhu, can you come again? I could not understand your last line, what you
Suppose
said.
if I go to one Krishna temple and I take out some few money and give it to the fun devotee, and then please use it for your day-to-day activities. Will it not get hurt? I didn't ask you. Why didn't you give me? Will it not get hurt?
Yeah, you shouldn't give like this, like you are giving to devotee, like because you don't know other person is, he has just come here and he may be very well off otherwise also. See, what you have to do, we have to give something for a purpose. Okay, there has to be a purpose, as it is normally also it is said that charity, dhan ka daan sabse nimn daan hai, because money we can give easily. Even if we have to give money related to some purpose. Now I can give you the purpose also. Krishna conscious purposes are so many purposes are there. You can give it for Gita distribution. You can give it for Srimad Bhagavatam distribution. You can give it for Srila Prabhupada book distribution. You can give it for prasadam cooking in the temple. You can give it for flower decoration in the temple. You can give it for deity dressing in the temple. You can give it for like for example, any temple wants to buy something like maybe a bus, a car, a vehicle, which they want to use for preaching. So always think, find out a purpose that where you are giving, what is the purpose, so that you also feel a little bit satisfied that, okay, I have done something in the preaching. At the end of the day, you should always see that whatever I am doing, is it helping in preaching? All these things help in preaching. Preaching is the best thing. So whatever, wherever you go, wherever you want to do some service, always see where is the purpose.
Suppose one of my
If you
friends says
just
that
give
I'm in
money
very
to
need
any
of money.
person who is in the temple, you are right. You never know who is the person. You never know that person who and how you can just give money to him.
Right, correct, accepted. Suppose if one of my friends says that I am very need of money, I don't have money, I really need my somebody relatives are or my wife is not well, I need money, can you give me? Suppose if I give that money to him, it comes under what category? Is it comes to Krishna consciousness or it is come to normal charity?
It's not even a charity, it is a help you have done to your friend.
Okay.
It is not Krishna consciousness. This can
Ultimate
be
you
at the
don't have
most
money.
a pious activity, a punya karma, right? जो आप किसी की help करते हैं, that can be at the most a punya karma, but not bhakti.
Okay.
But whatever we are using in the service of Krishna, like all the examples I gave, Bhagavad Gita distribution, Bhagavatam distribution, book distribution, flower decoration, garlands decoration with garlands, temple construction, anything for deity dressing, deity worship, that is all bhakti. Devotee prasadam, that is all bhakti. But helping your friend, helping your family, that you are doing out of your relationships, that is just a help. That is a punya karma.
Bhakti is totally different than charity and the pious activity, right? Thank you, madam.
Exactly. Correct.
Thank you.
Haribol. Is
Understood.
it clear now? So this
Yes, yes, yes.
5% is for Krishna conscious activities, bhakti. Kyuki you have got, just now we discussed, we are getting everything due to Krishna. So we have to give him back. Whatever we can do. It's not give him back. Sorry, I think that's a wrong word. How we can give him back? We have to use in his service only. Because we are getting everything due to him only. He's the one who is giving us everything. So let's utilize everything in his service. Okay. Now can we go to the next one, 1.5.34? Evam rinanam kriya yoga.
एवं
एवं ऋणां क्रिया
क्रिया
योगाः
योगा
सर्वे संसृति हेतवः.
सर्वे स्मृतिहेतवः
हेतवः
त एवात्म विनाशाय.
एवात्मविनाशाय
कल्पन्ते कल्पिताः परे.
कल्पन्ते कल्पिताः परे.
परे.
Okay, let's read the translation. Who will like to read the translation?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Okay,
Pranams
Prabhu,
Mataji.
please.
Translation.
Yes.
Translation by A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Thus, when all a man's activities are dedicated to the service of the Lord, those very activities which caused his perpetual bondage become the destroyer of the tree of work. Hare Krishna
Haribol.
Mataji.
Very nice. Again, very beautiful shloka. That then when everything we are using in the service of Lord, just like we have discussed at length, that is why I discussed in the first shloka only, because all the three shlokas have the same spirit. So if we are using all our activities, all our resources in the service of Krishna, all the activities which are the cause of perpetual bondage, we are in this material world due to our karma. And those karmas are the cause of our bandhan here. But then those karmas only, they will be the destroyer of the tree of the work. Okay. So, when we are talking about the bondage, we are in this, perpetually we are in this world. We don't know for how many millions of birth we are here, right? Because due to our karma, because we are doing either pap karma or punya karma, and then to bear the fruits of this pap karma and punya karma, we are coming back in this world, right? So it is becoming reason of our bondage. We are getting tied to this material world. We are having another birth, another birth, another birth. But the same work, when we are doing it for Krishna, it becomes a karma. In Bhagavad Gita, there are three categories of karma. Remember, akarma, karma, vikarma, and akarma. So karma is whatever we are doing. We are actions, what we are doing, that is the karma. Vikarma is the forbidden actions, which are not mentioned, which are mentioned in the Vedas not to be done. But pap karma, you can say vikarma, they are forbidden actions. And akarma are those actions which we are doing in the service of the Lord, and they neither produce pap nor produce punya. They don't come in the category of pap karma. They don't come in the category of punya karma. They are neutral, and they become the cause of our liberation. And these are known as bhakti. So, how to make karma into a karma? This is the secret. We are doing the karma, but when we use it in the service of Lord, they become a karma. And a karma is bhakti, and that becomes the cause of our liberation. Okay? Okay, so we will read this one. We will discuss the main point. Fruitive work which has perpetually engaged the living being is compared to the banyan tree in Bhagavad Gita, for it is certainly very deeply rooted. In chapter 15th, it is said that this material world is like Ashwath tree, the banyan tree, and it is very deeply rooted, and it is very difficult to cut this tree. But then Krishna tells that by the sword of detachment, you should cut this tree. Okay. So when we are doing the work, we have to do the work with the same feeling of detachment. We don't have to be attached to the fruits. We are offering the fruit, and we are offering the actions in the service of the Lord. Okay. As long as the propensity for enjoying the fruit of work is there, one has to continue the transmigration of soul from one body or one place to another place according to one's nature of work. The propensity for enjoyment may be turned into the desire for serving the mission of the Lord. We all have this propensity to enjoy, right? Because I have done this work, So whatever fruits are coming, they are mine. Okay. In fact, we are 2 steps ahead. We don't think that I have done this work, so I should enjoy the fruits. Before doing the work, I see, oh, fruits, I see the fruits first. I will do this course so that I can get promotion in my office. I should uh, mm, uh, mm, speak to this person so that I can get some benefit. I should invite this person to my home so that I can build some relationship with him, which I can utilize whenever I want to have some opportunity and I can utilize those relationships. So before doing the work, we are looking at the fruits. So we are 2 steps ahead. We don't want to enjoy the fruits of our work. We do the work because we fix the fruit first. But this is the reason of our bondage. This propensity of enjoyment of the fruits should be turned into the desire for serving the Lord. That whatever I am going to do, I have to do for the service of the Lord. And when we do that this is not mine. For example, you think of a fruit, mango fruit, apple fruit. You think this is the fruit of my karma. Krishnam samarpayami. Offer it to Lord. So visualize that I'm offering the fruits of my karma to Lord, and visualize you are offering one mango or one apple or one banana to the Lord. And you have to say Krishnam samarpayami. At the end, in the night when you are sleeping, you can do this. That this way, Krishna, I am offering all the fruits of my activity to you. And this is called Karma Yoga. This is in very simple words, this is the definition of Karma Yoga, that I am doing my action, but I am offering all the fruits of my action to Krishna. So this is Karma Yoga, right? Now, what will happen when we are doing this? We are doing the action and we are offering all the fruits to Krishna. What will happen?
We will be liberated from the fruits of that karma, bad or good.
Very good. Yes, because we are not taking the fruit, so we are not being bound by the fruit, right? The fruitive results. We are not binded by the fruited results. This will cease to generate further karma. Why we are taking new birth? Because every karma is deciding one more birth. Whatever karma we are doing, the fruit of that karma is deciding one more birth for us, right? But when we are not accepting the fruits, we are offering the fruits to Krishna, the new karmas will cease to generate, right? And this is how we will get liberated. Okay. But now, one question. Is liberation our goal? Do we want to have liberation?
No.
No. Then what is our goal?
Goal is to serve.
Serving the Lord.
Serving the Lord.
So then how? Karma Yoga is like we are saying of liberation. Then what will happen? The same, because we are not generating further karma, this will gradually develop into transcendental devotional service. Like initially you have to do it ritually. Krishna, I offer the fruits to you. I offer the fruits to you. But slowly our consciousness will develop and it will become a service consciousness. So you see, it starts with Karma Yoga, but it will transform into Bhakti Yoga. When we are offering the fruits of our karma, it is Karma Yoga. But when we say, Krishna, whatever karma I am doing, it is for you, that becomes Bhakti Yoga. So slowly, our consciousness will develop into service consciousness. We are doing devotional, loving devotional service to Krishna. Okay? Is this fine?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
So we will go to the next shloka, 1.5.35. Yadatre kriyate karma.
Yadatre
Kriyate
karma
karma.
Bhagavat paritoshanam.
Bhagavat paritoshanam.
Jnanam yatadhinam hi.
Jnanam yatadhinam hi.
Bhakti yoga samanvitam.
Bhakti yoga samanvitam.
Okay, we will read the translation. Padma Mataji, you will read the translation.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Ji.
Whatever work is done here in this life for the satisfaction of the mission of the Lord is called Bhakti Yoga, or transcendental loving service to the Lord. And what is called knowledge becomes a becomes a concomitant factor. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. So what happens? Now we have to understand that what is this? If we are doing all the work for the pleasure of the Lord, what is happening? Number one, no further karma will be created. We did this in the last shloka. No further karma will be created and we will be liberated. One. Number two, we just did that slowly it will convert into bhakti. Okay, so it will increase our bhakti. Number two. Now, number three is mentioned here. Jnanam yat tad adhinam hi. It also generates knowledge, adhyatmic knowledge. Okay, so when we are doing karma, it also generates the knowledge. Even in Bhagavad Gita chapter 3, Krishna says karma yoga and then jnana yoga. First karma yoga comes, the basic, on the first rung of yoga ladder is karma yoga, then is the jnana yoga. So karma yoga is that we are doing all our actions and we are offering all the fruits to Krishna. Then our heart will become purified, and in that purified heart, the knowledge will arise, right? That purified heart is capable of receiving the knowledge. Okay. So, how this happens? Because when we are doing karma, nishkam karma, right? We are not claiming any fruits. Then what happens? Our heart gets purified. This is very, very important for the purification of the heart. And what do we mean by purification of heart? How the heart gets purified? What is cleansed in our heart? What is their bad thing in our heart and it
Anartha
is
nivritti.
purified?
The
Anartha.
anarthas, Mataji, anarthas.
Yes, very good. Anartha nivritti. All the anarthas slowly they get purified. Anartha nivritti, it is a process which takes time, but when it starts with karma yoga, right? So what is the difference between karma yoga and bhakti yoga? In karma yoga, we are doing the action and we are offering the fruits to Krishna. But bhakti yoga, we developed such a service mentality that from the beginning only, whatever I am doing for you, Krishna. I'm not saying that I'm doing the work and I'm offering the fruits to you. No, I'm offering my actions also to you. So from the beginning, I'm offering everything to you. So karma yoga is like, we can say, a beginning, and bhakti yoga is the mature state. So if karma yoga starts, when the karma yoga starts, what happens? Our heart starts getting cleansed of the anarthas. And when the heart is getting cleared of anarthas, then we are able to receive knowledge. And what type of knowledge? Who am I? Adhyatmik Gyan. Who am I? And when you know who am I am the soul. Okay, I am the soul. Then what is my constitutional position? My constitutional position is to serve Krishna. So then with this knowledge, you start serving Krishna, right? So when you are serving Krishna, you are reaching to Bhakti Yoga. So you see, what is this thing doing? The Karma Yoga, what is it doing? It's giving you knowledge, it is giving you bhakti, and of course, in the process, it is giving you liberation. So it is very, very potent. So don't underestimate this thing that this is very simple. Mataji says how we can do, how we can spiritualize bathing, how we can spiritualize job, how we can spiritualize eating, how we can spiritualize talking. Just by doing that, you will get three benefits. You will get liberated. It will increase your bhakti. It will give you knowledge, and it will give spiritual knowledge, and it will increase your bhakti. So whatever we want, it starts from here, and this is very easy and practical for us to do. Leaving the home, going to jungle, and trying to do some tapasya for self-realization is not possible for any one of us in Kali Yuga. Okay, Dhyan Yoga is not possible for us in Kali Yuga. Okay, reading all the Vedas, memorizing all the Vedic mantras, not possible for us to do. Okay, so then what is the easiest thing we are doing? We, as the Kali Yuga, human being of Kali Yuga, we can only do our actions. We have to do our actions because there is no other way out. But we can spiritualize our actions, and we can start from Karma Yoga. And slowly, this Karma Yoga is going to give us three results, which takes us to Bhakti Yoga. Okay. Because it's not we are starting from Karma Yoga and going to Gyan Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. No, we are doing our karma in such a way that it is Bhakti Yoga. We are doing our karma as Bhakti. And you need not to go anywhere, even not in your, not to the temple in your street or in your colony. This you can do at home. At home, you have Krishna's photo, Radha Krishna photo, or Laddu Gopal. Do the service to them. Whatever you are doing, do the service to them. Everything you do as a service to them. You need not to go anywhere. You need not to rush anywhere. In one of the lectures I heard that we are running. We always think how I can earn more money, or maybe when you listen to this class or to any lecture, how I can do bhakti, how I can get more, like I can understand more things. We run outside. There is no need to run outside. Everything is within us. Sit at home, think peacefully that how can I convert my home into temple? How can I spiritualize all my activities in my home and it will be converted into Vrindavan? You don't have to go anywhere. It is so simple. Bhakti is so sublime. You can do everything sitting at your home. Okay, we will read this. This is very nice. Who will read this, Parpat? Rakesh Prabhu, would you like to read? Or Dinesh Prabhu is there? So
Giridhar Gopal Prabhuji.
1 minute, Prabhu. Let me see. Archana Mataji has raised the hand, and who is the second one?
Hare Krishna.
Ajaya Mataji. Ajaya Khuntiya Mata or
Hare Krishna Mataji. Shall I
Ajay
read?
Prabhu. So it is Ajay Prabhu, huh? Okay, Prabhu, please.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The general and popular notion is that by discharging fruitive work in terms work in terms of the direction of the scriptures, one becomes perfectly able to acquire transcendental knowledge for spiritual realization. Bhakti Yoga is considered by some to be another form of karma, but factually, Bhakti Yoga is above both karma and jnana. Bhakti Yoga is independent of jnana or karma. On the other hand, jnana and karma are dependent on Bhakti Yoga. This Kriya Yoga or Karma Yoga, as recommended by Sri Narad to Vyasa, is specifically recommended because the principle is to satisfy the Lord. The Lord doesn't want his sons, the living beings, to suffer the threefold miseries of life. He desires that all of them come to him and live with him. But going back to Godhead means that one must purify himself from material infection when work is performed. Therefore, to satisfy the Lord, the performer becomes gradually purified from the material affection. This purification means attainment of spiritual knowledge. Therefore, knowledge is dependent on karma or work done on behalf of the Lord. Other knowledge, being devoid of bhakti yoga or satisfaction of the Lord, cannot lead one back to the kingdom of God, which means that it can even offer salvation, as already explained in connection with stanza Naiskarmyam api achyuta bhava dhama varjitam. The conclusion is that a devotee engaged in the unalloyed service of the Lord
Specifically in hearing and chanting.
Lord, specifically in hearing and chanting of his transcendental glories, becomes simultaneously spiritually enlightened by the divine grace as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Bol. So we talked about Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. So Prabhupada writes very nicely, Bhakti Yoga is independent of Jnana or Karma. On the other hand, Jnana and Karma are dependent on Bhakti Yoga. That means when we are doing Bhakti, Jnana and Karma, they automatically, we will have the sufficient knowledge which is required to do Bhakti, and our karmas, they will also be spiritualized, they will convert into Bhakti. For Bhakti, we don't need Jnana or Karma. Okay, but Gyan and Karma automatically comes with Bhakti. It is said Gyan and Karma are the Gyan and Vairagya are the two sons of Bhakti Devi. So wherever Bhakti goes, Gyan and Vairagya goes. With the mother, the sons go with them, go with her. But it is not that Gyan and Vairagya, wherever Gyan and Vairagya is there, Bhakti will come there. That is not compulsory. Okay. So this we have to understand, but we discussed that with karma, our heart will get purified. Then we will receive Gyan, and this Gyan and karma, they are part of Bhakti, right? When we are doing Bhakti, they are encompassed in the Bhakti. Okay. The conclusion is that a devotee engaged in unalloyed service of the Lord, specifically in hearing and chanting of his transcendental glories, becomes simultaneously spiritually enlightened by the divine grace as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, no, I am the source of all the knowledge. So when, and also aham buddhi yogam dadami, I give the buddhi to that person to understand me. So when anybody is engaged in devotional service, Krishna will give the required knowledge. Okay, is this fine?
Yes,
Can I
Mataji.
go to the next shloka, the last one,
Yes,
1.5.36?
Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Kurvana yatra karmani
Kurvana
Kurvana
Yatra
karmani
bhagavad shikshaya askrita
bhagavad
Bhagavad
jaya
Jaya
sakrat
Askrita
grinanti gunanamani
gurunanti
Gunanamani
nasya anusmaranti cha.
Krishnasya Anusmaranti
Cha.
Okay, who will read the translation? Meenakshi Mataji, would you like to read the translation? Okay, Padma Mataji.
Okay, Mataji, Hare Krishna. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. While performing duties according to the order of Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one constantly remembers him, his name and his qualities. Thank you, Mataji.
Very good. So this is very nice that we are performing our duty according to the order of Sri Krishna. Like in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells Arjun that you don't do this war because you want to do it. You do it because I want you to do it. On my orders, you engage in this war. So whatever we are doing, we should always consider it like this. I am doing it as per the order of Krishna, as per the will of Lord Krishna. Now, at the same time, what we have to do? One constantly remembers him, his names, and his qualities. Like there was a question, no? Prabhuji asked the question, what is the difference between charity and service, Krishna conscious service? So if we are doing the actions, whatever work we are doing, and we are not remembering Krishna, that is only karma. But when we are remembering him, his names, and his qualities, then it becomes bhakti. Okay? So this is like a complete definition of bhakti for grihastha like us, that we have to perform our duties. Okay, and how we have to perform our duties? We have to take it like it is the order of Lord Krishna, and I am doing it for his pleasure. And at the same time, we have to constantly remember him. That means we have to do our chanting, we have to remember his name, his pastimes. That means listen to the lectures, hearing and Shravanam and Kirtanam, hearing and chanting. Listen to the lectures, read the books of Srila Prabhupada. This should be part of our daily routine. If we are only thinking, okay, I will do my work and I will say, okay, Krishnam Samarpayami, this is good, but this is not sufficient. Why? Because we are losing out on a major part. What is that? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Vishnu Smaranam. The three important processes of bhakti. So for Shravanam, listen to the lectures. Kirtanam, listen to the kirtan, do the kirtan along with devotees, along with your family members. In the evening, all of you sit together and do the kirtan. And Vishnu Smaranam is your chanting. We have to do the chanting. In addition to that, read Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, maybe one shloka each day. Read the books of Srila Prabhupada. Nowadays, YouTube is available. It has become so convenient as compared to previous times. We are doing the work simultaneously. We can listen anything, any lecture we can put on YouTube. We can put it in our phone. This is how we can spiritualize our phone as well. You are driving. I know in the metropolitans there is a lot of drive, maybe 30 minutes, 1 hour. So when you are driving in your car, instead of listening to FM radios and the playlist, you should listen to lecture. Make it that today I'm going to do this, listen to this lecture. I'm going to listen to this kirtan. I'm going to listen to this chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So this is how we will constantly remember him, his names, his qualities, like Damodar Leela. Last month, we were just continuously, we were hearing about his pastime. Damodar Leela pastime, Govardhan Leela pastime, right? So if we engage ourselves, this is outwardly and inwardly. We are engaged in the activities of devotional service. And with our hand, we are doing our prescribed duties. And that also we are offering to Krishna. So this is like a complete package of bhakti. This is a complete lifestyle we should have in Krishna consciousness.
Mataji,
Yes, Prabhu.
again doubt. Suppose if I do all these things like Sravanam,
Yes.
Kirtanam, all these things, but I do in a routine way, not in like totally involved in Krishna, totally thinking of Krishna, just like the Chuma. I just want to put the YouTube, I just want to put the Kirtan, I just do the chanting, 16 rounds. I'm doing 16 rounds, fine. But may not be totally involved in that, maybe 50% involved or 25%. Will it create bhakti? Will Krishna will give us the knowledge? Will it improvise our, will it spiritualize or will it improvise our, what do you mean to say, the spiritual things so that we can become real devotee in a proper way, what Krishna expects. But initially we are not so. We are trying to do that, that's all. It's only routine way.
Yes.
So in
Your
that
question is very beautiful and very useful for everyone. What do you think? What is the answer? What Prabhu has asked, what is the answer? If you are doing just as a routine, as a ritual, because you have been told to do, that is why you are doing it, will it help in developing bhakti in you?
In the beginning, Mataji, as a practice to keep on
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes,
It
yes.
will help us.
The answer is big yes, without any doubt. See, the starting of bhakti is also when we are doing the stages of bhakti. In the beginning, it is Vedi bhakti. With Vedi bhakti is what? We are doing because our spiritual master has told us to do 16 rounds, to follow 4 regulative principles. Sometimes I don't want to get up in the morning, but still I'm getting up because I've been told to get up in the morning and do Mangalarti. We all are same, Nalayak students in the beginning. And Prabhupada says, don't worry, don't think about anything else. Keep on doing, even if it is ritualistically, even if it is like a mechanically you are doing it, no problem. Because this mechanism only will lead us to attraction towards Krishna, love towards Krishna. The activities which we are doing mechanically, daily, day in, day out, after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, you will see now you will become attached to them. Now, if you don't get up in the morning, you will feel, oh, something is missing in my daily routine. I have to get up in Brahma Muhurta. Oh, I didn't do my 16 rounds today. So don't worry about the absorption in the beginning, not at all. Sometimes it doesn't come even after 5 years. It doesn't come even after 10 years. There is no guarantee, but Sri Prabhupada says you do whatever I have told you to do, that is 16 rounds, and follow 4 principles and catch my dhoti, and I assure that you will go to Golok. So just take shelter of Sri Prabhupada. That is why Guru Ashray is so important. Take shelter of Prabhupada, follow his instructions, and don't worry about anything else. And definitely it will lead to you to the development of bhakti in you, 100%. Okay, Prabhu? So don't think about this. Yes, don't think about this question again, because we all are Nalayak student, Prabhu. It's only by the mercy of Sri Prabhupada and our Guru Maharaj that we are making some effort.
I'm missing my 16 rounds. I'm not doing it properly.
But you are doing 16 rounds.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Now the thing is, you are reaching to first milestone, which is you are doing the 16 rounds. Slowly. Now, after 16 rounds, there is in our Srila Prabhupada didn't tell us that you increase after 16. First, you qualitatively you improve that. Qualitative means now because it is coming in your mind that, oh, it is not so proper. Now you say, I have to do it properly. Improve yourself in the quality of the chanting. I have to do it properly. So at least 1 round you sit quietly and do properly. Then slowly 2 rounds you will do. Then 3 rounds you will do. So improve the quality. When you are satisfied, now my quantity is okay, my quality is okay, then you can think of increasing the number. But don't go only after the number. Till 16, we are after the number, I have to finish. But now think about the quality as well.
Thank you. Thank you for this point. I never thought of that. Thank you.
Yeah, you should. And quality doesn't come overnight. And Prabhupada says, don't get unnecessarily worried and entangled with quality, because it will not come overnight. Just leave everything in the hand of Krishna, in the hand of Prabhupada, and do your chanting regularly. But yes, that does not give us a license to be careless in the chanting. We have to be careful. But even if it is not happening, the ras is not coming, the taste is not coming, the focus is not happening, still we have to do 16 rounds because we have been told to do so, and that we have to do.
In the same manner, one more question. Four
Yes.
agreements I am following, but I cannot
Yes.
leave onion and garlic. Garlic is because of the medical point of view. I cannot leave. I have to take garlic, certain thing. But onion, I am not able to leave because of the family situation. So what is the situation? What to do?
Okay, so Prabhu, here you have to, like, you are saying that you cannot leave onion and garlic for the medical purpose. Yes, garlic is considered in many places. Even I remember before coming into Krishna consciousness, even we used to take garlic due to medicinal purposes. But then there must be some alternative. Not only garlic, there are many other things which can help you medicinally. Because we have to see it is pros and cons. I am looking at my material thing that medicinally it is helpful, but spiritually it is not helpful for me. It is putting me down, right? Because it is tamasic bhojan. So it is not helping in improving my consciousness. On one hand, I am talking about improving my chanting qualitatively, but on the other hand, it is not, because my food is not conducive. So that is why it will not help much. So then you make a comparison. Is physical thing more important for you or spiritual more important for you? I'm not saying that compromise on your physical health. Find an alternative to garlic. You will find, but for what reason you are taking garlic, you will find some other alternative in fruits and vegetables in your kitchen only. This is one thing. And regarding onion, because your family is using and that is why you are not able to use it, you are not able to leave it, you start with some things. Like you can say that in dry vegetable what you are making, please, if you can avoid putting onion in that, because I don't like eating onion. So start with small things like chapati is without onion, sweet is without onion, milk is without onion, half of our diet is without onion, only the cooked food, and that too what we are making vegetables. So start with dry vegetable. Just tell them, don't force them, just tell them that this you would like if they will do like this way, and then you can offer that particular sabzi and chapati to Krishna as well, and all of them can have prasadam, which is good for everyone. So just try to tell little concept to them, and pray to Krishna also at the same time. With Krishna mercy, their thinking will also change, and they will be conducive to Krishna consciousness. Because maybe we are taking all the responsibility on myself, that I have to make sure that uh, I have to teach them that they don't eat onion. So maybe we are not able to do that. Surrender to Krishna. Try from your own side. The same thing. It is an action, but you do it in the service of Krishna. Krishna, now I have told them, rest is up to you. You change their mentality. You will see a change in them. But don't force them to change their lifestyle overnight. Start small thing. Maybe one or two dry vegetables you can say, you are making okra, you are making karela, you are making cauliflower. Make it without onion because I would like to offer it to Krishna. So take small steps, Prabhu. But have some determination that I have to go on this path where I have to leave onion garlic. Because definitely we are eating this food and we are on the spiritual path will not go together, will not go well together.
Thinking this only, I am going every Sunday to the nearby temple to have prasadam and get the prasadam and give them also, so that they may change. But I don't know how far it is works out. I don't know.
Pray to Krishna. Then you pray to Krishna, Prabhu. Yes, pray to Krishna every day that if my family is also Krishna consciousness, or at least favorable to Krishna consciousness, it will be conducive for my development as well. So please do whatever you feel okay. Pray to Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you very
much. That will help you. Okay, any other question? Thank you, Prabhu. We have taken 10 more minutes. So anybody has any other question?
Krishna Mataji? Yeah, I have just a short question,
Mataji.
Mataji. Now, when you give Lakshmi as donation to the temple, do you have to think for what purpose you're giving? Is it for Annadan, or is it for deity decoration, or is it for any other purpose? Do you have to think, or you just give, for whatever seva they can utilize?
See, if you know the temple authorities very well, then of course you can give, no problem. But if, for example, you go to some temple where you don't know them, and then you can definitely think that this is the service I want to do, and you can specify that my intention is to use in a flower seva or in Bhagavad Gita distribution or somewhere. Then you give, and then it is up to Krishna. Wherever they use is fine.
No, because Mataji, regularly, every 2-3 months, something or another, we keep on giving to a temple. Either we send by, online cash,
That is fine.
something or another.
If you have been doing regular service, then it is fine, because then that means you know the temple, and the temple has been also using the funds in the service of Krishna.
Yeah, and then they send prasad home also by post.
Then it is fine. Yes, then it is fine. And from my experience, I can tell you, most of the ISKCON temples, you need not to worry. Most of the ISKCON temples are using the funds in the service of Krishna, so you need not to worry. But in India, we have many other temples also, so we have to be a little careful. That's it. Otherwise, giving anything in the service of Krishna is bhakti. That's fine.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Everyone.
Thank you for the wonderful class.
Thank you for being there. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyascha
Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Anant Koti Vaishnavinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. So now I will